CBC News has uncovered documents that show U.S. authorities were within reach of a former Canadian Olympian turned fugitive. Ryan Wedding competed in the 2002 Salt Lake Games. Authorities say he is now a drug lord, last seen in Mexico. Wedding is accused of orchestrating a billion-dollar drug trafficking network linked to violent killings in Ontario. CBC's Sarah Galashan is following this for us and joins us now with more. So, Sarah, what is the update here regarding these documents?
Oh, well, Jacqueline, since the California grand jury indictment was unsealed and made public last week, CBC News has done some digging. And what our colleagues have found here is that there are recently unsealed court records in Ontario that reveal that U.S. authorities actually became aware of the exact location of Ryan Wedding. And that was back in January. They were collecting evidence in order to mount their case against Ryan Wedding, and they had somebody, a former associate, someone he was familiar with, who then started working with U.S. authorities, who managed to have a meeting, both with Ryan Wedding and his, as is described, sort of his number two, his lieutenant, and Andrew Clark, who is also Canadian. This meeting, face-to-face with these two, happened in Mexico City. The exact location within Mexico City is not revealed in the court records, but we know that that took place, so they knew exactly where he was. Now, Clark was arrested earlier this month, along with a number of others who are alleged to have been a part of this drug operation. But Wedding remains at large, and his whereabouts is now unknown. In fact, the FBI have put up a $50,000 reward to anyone who can provide information that would lead to an arrest of Ryan Wedding. And the RCMP are confirming to CBC that, in fact, they have actually been on the hunt for Wedding since approximately 2015, when he was back then charged along with a number of others related to cocaine smuggling into Ontario. Jacqueline?
So, Sarah, take us through what charges he's facing now.
All right, so there's 8 from the United States. What we heard earlier this month, there are 8 felony charges, which are related to his role as what they are describing as the leader of a $1 billion U.S. drug trafficking network, an operation that saw shipments of cocaine smuggled all the way from Colombia through to Canada. Now, as part of that, he is alleged also to have ordered killings in Ontario. Specifically, the U.S. and Canadian authorities say that there were a couple who were visiting Caledonia from India who were mistakenly targeted. They were shot to death in a brazen shooting that is being described as retribution for a stolen cocaine shipment. The Sidus, that's their last name, both of them 57 years old. As I say, they were visiting their daughter. They were visiting from India. They were killed. Their daughter was severely injured. She was shot multiple times. And again, the authorities say that these were killings. There were a case of a mistaken identity, that the Sidus had absolutely nothing to do with any cocaine smuggling operation. Now, Wedding, just some background here. He was born in Thunder Bay, Ontario. He spent a good portion of his life living in Coquitlam, British Columbia, as well in Montreal. He competed, as you pointed out, in the men's parallel giant slalom snowboard. In 2002, he placed 24th in those games. He's now 43 years old, and Jacqueline, as I say, his whereabouts is unknown.
Okay, Sarah, thank you for the latest on that. That's CBC's Sarah Galashan.